Well, I don't know what's happened here. I don't see any signs of a fight, but someone's losing a lot of hair. Right, we got another morning. We're going to start with the chickens, and I'll show you how to make a chicken's breakfast. It's my wife watches an awful lot of cooking shows, and she usually tells me, you know, I should be doing this, I should be doing that for the chickens. Well, actually, I'm going to create them this morning. It's going to be melon drizzled with sweet corn and cucumber as a side.
Nowhere to turn with all my angry.
So, as I say, we're going to have some melon, some cucumber, some sweet corn, which, as I say, is drizzled over the top of the hole that I'm going to make in the melon. And of course, we've got all our implements.
So what better way than to surround myself with a box of metal? No one really sees my face, but this is not what I wanted. No, I'm not a killer, I'm just having a hard time.
Okay, so I'm just going to take out the seeds. Now this is pretty essential, because what you don't want is for the birds to get any of these seeds stuck in their gullet. So it's...
Sorry I made you say goodbye. I don't want to wait for a place there's no calls.
And now this is the bit that where I drizzle, as you can see with great accuracy. I drizzle the sweet corn. Right, my next step is then to add a little bit of class to it. I cut the cucumber into 4 wedges. I'll do another one because that first one was a little bit thin. And artistically, this is where my O-level art comes in. Never did cookery at school. We did metal work, but we never did cookery. There we go. A meal fit for 4 little princesses.
I would run away. You just have to say the word. I don't want to wait for a place where I sleep on the ground. I want to park a bike right next to the waterfall. This is not what I wanted. Now I'll never be a killer. Please don't give me a hard time.
Signs of a fight, but someone's losing a lot of hair. But even in such a beautiful setting, with the river behind us and in front of us, what have we got? We got a Coke can. A Coke, no, coffee. Looks it's a coffee throwaway. Morning. You gonna come and have some breakfast or not? You see this one on the right of the camera? That's the male, and the one on the left is the female. Now you can just see the different coloration of their beaks.
I don't want to wait for a place there's no calls. I would run away. You just have to say the word. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait where I sleep on the ground.
You see, the story dates back to the 1500s, but the actual war on the island, and that is an island over there, it's 5 miles circumference, there are 10 houses on there, and a boat club. The Honiton forms one border, and Thames is the other border boundary. They used to bring the village garden centre, not as a garden centre, but it used to produce all the vegetables. They used to bring it down the river. The landowner of the island wanted taxes, so he put up barricades in the river to make the people pay the taxes. The people didn't want it, they removed the barricades, he put bigger barricades in there. And in the end, he put an armed guard on there with a shotgun, a very old shotgun. This is 1890. So the people were scared, their fruit and veg was going off, there was all sorts of problems happening. Then he not only blocked this side of the river, the villagers took a bigger boat and went down the Thames, and he started firing on them with his one shotgun. The local, should we say, he was the Lord Barrymore, I think his name was. He got to hear about it, he took it to Parliament. Parliament then got a decree presented to the King at that particular time. The King, and when I saw the papers handwritten, the King had declared war against the island, and he was sending out troops to quell the uprising and the insurgents. Now, when you consider this was just one family over there that was fighting the rest of the UK, it's a very little known war, not much was written about it, but the King wanted to protect the crop from the villagers, so he sent down soldiers to remove all the boulders. The landlord of the land of the island, he then fought back with his guns, and he had his whole family equipped with guns. The King sent more troops down. In the end, there were 100 troops here fighting one family. Now the family numbered around about 20, but I think there was three killed and 2 injured. The King managed to, or the army managed to secure the land. They cleared the water, and they posted an armed guard on here for 2 years. Just 3 soldiers to make sure that the villagers could bring down all their crops. Now the King at that time did not want this to happen again, so this would have been feet and yards in those days, but now 70 metres of that field there belongs to the King. I have access to it, that is solely my access. I can do what I want with it as long as it's with the King, who now is the Queen's, permission. I will never do anything, I don't need it, it's nice to have a view there, but I look after the bank. Now most riparians, when they're on the river, they look after the bank that fronts their land. Because I've now got 2 pieces of land to look after, I'm the only royal riparian in the UK. I look after the royal bit of land, which is 70 metres, which runs that way for half a mile and that way for about 2/3 of a mile. Jerome K. Jerome in 3 Men in a Boat, when that was first published in 1892, he started his trip just at the base of the Honiton back down there. He came along just where this tree is here, he had his first picnic, and he actually comments on the boulders in the river which were still present, and some of the old tatty signs, handwritten, "Stay off our land," had gunshot holes in them. By then the uprising had been quelled, there was no more uprisings, and there never has been since. But so my claim to fame is that I am a royal riparian.